Probably can't see, but you might be able to hear. Skylarks. It's a beautiful day, and no freezing fingers today. I'm grateful for the warmth. My company, as always have the best company anyone can have, certainly for working, as in a job, or I prefer to refer to working as an occupation, in so much as you're occupying your time with something worthwhile, as you might be if you were composing music or lesson planning for kids. If you're a teacher, I used to enjoy that. People would laugh at me. You really like planning, don't you? I was like, yeah, I do, because then I make sure we're going to have a really good lesson. If I plan well, oh my goodness, I can look forward to the lesson. And if I'm going to have a good time, then I'm going to be happy. And of course, I'm happy because the kids are having a good time. So it's very easy to occupy yourself and work at something that has great worth and value. I don't mean financially. Can you imagine? I made millions out of being a teacher. No, I had to leave because I became a mum. I couldn't afford to teach and have childcare. My hand was forced. So I went to the next best thing. They're exactly the same. They want to trust, they want to respect, they'd like to have a nice time, they always appreciate a nice time. You learn something every day, we all learn something every day, and we are in a state of flow, and in human terms we'll be in a state of creativity. In dog terms, we are in a state of following our noses and being in the now. Perfection. So after that little joyous outburst that just came out, we'll move on to the thought for today, which is sort of spurred by a discussion or topic of interest, of which I've been involved of late. So topic of interest is God, as in the creator. For example, if God was good, then why do disasters happen? This is the age-old question. I remember thinking that to myself, actually at junior school. So I'd have been 10 and under. I don't know where we're going. I seriously don't know where we're going. It doesn't matter. If we can get somewhere, great, and if not, we could turn around. Being in the now, seeing what adventure unfolds as we step mindfully forward along our working walk, our occupation. So, yeah, that was a question that I had in my head as a child, because, yeah, I think that way. Right, excuse me if I have to stop and turn round. If it becomes impenetrable for me, the dogs will get through, but if not for me, then they all have to turn round and come with me so I can get through. But we'll see how it goes. So, thinking to myself, as a child and still now, it's not changed. So, yeah, I'm kind of pretty secure in my ideas and feelings on that one. And my response is quite simple. You know, I don't want to get into a discussion on religion, beliefs, cultures, opinions, all of these human mind elements. because that's where those things are. They're just in the human mind. I'm talking about reality, the actual truth of the reality. And the truth of my reality, as I view it, is this. If I have experienced some kind of natural disaster as a person on this earth, in all honesty, I would put that down to I was involved in the energy of the moment, in the time of where a certain something happened. You know, a tidal wave, for example. We don't hear about many of those, thankfully. For example, a tidal wave. I cannot say anyone made that. I cannot say anyone has responsibility for that, and I cannot issue out any blame for that. So I would surrender to that as an unfortunate experience. No one makes it happen, in my opinion. It's just the role and the energy of nature and the things that are happening in that moment, in that space, in that time. Things are happening in moments, spaces and times everywhere, aren't they? And we're all in one aspect of that somewhere. So there's no great control over that, in my opinion. So, bad things happen for me. When I think bad things happen, I think, that's something detrimental to beings or nature, trees, let's call trees and flora and fauna beings, all the insects, all of everything. So I consider something bad if something detrimental has occurred to a being that was unnecessary and, very importantly, avoidable. I don't consider a tidal wave avoidable. I sometimes consider a forest fire. I have walked through a forest fire, not in this country, on a mountainside. So I had to walk through the bit that actually had already been burned in Nepal. That was a very interesting experience because heavy smoke, the side of the mountain, feels a bit all desolation. And although the fire has passed on, you can't really see. Maybe you can fall off. It's kind of down to you, isn't it? Trust in self. I just have to look. They're so happy. They're simply just walking. They're so happy. So, if something detrimental has happened to a being that was unnecessary and avoidable, I consider that not bad luck. I consider that bad motive or intention from somewhere. And I'm seeking to issue blame in so much as responsibility and accountability are required, so said bad thing does not reoccur. So that's my thought on what is bad. And when we're talking about is God good or bad, I think we really hit upon this thing is, where is God, who is God, and who's talking about God? It's only people. The animals aren't. And you know what? They don't do any bad. They don't do anything unnecessary or avoidable unless they've been traumatised. So a lot of animals I've worked with have had trauma. I have to promise you this, that the trauma is engineered by the actions or inactions of humans around them. So, bar those animals, the ones that have maintained a stable, normal, natural life, don't intend bad. They don't intend anything unnecessary. They just don't. think something that's unnecessary. There's a reason why it's called unnecessary. It's not necessary, therefore it is a waste of time and energy and whatever else you're putting into that unnecessary thing. So animals don't do that. There's nothing really that they can hook onto to make them even know that they can do that, let alone decide to do that. So here we go. Here's my conclusion of this thought, or this topic that was raised. The question maybe needs reframing. It's not, is God good or whatever, it's, where is God? If you are a believer and you have faith, you will know you are in the image of God. You have a choice. You can choose to behave good, godly, or evil, devilish. That's your choice as a human. That, as a human, is your gift or your curse, depending on how you approach it and deal with it. We all have the cross to bear. We all have the choices to make. So, on that score, I have to say that in my time doing what I do you know what? I think we walked past a gate. We did walk past a gate. Oh no, here's a gate. We didn't walk past a gate. I can't see because I've got my sunglasses on. So, where we're talking about a matter of choice, that's free will to act. We can act by something that is necessary or something that is unnecessary. Hi. Here's the gate. Manny, you're all right, mate? Come on. Come on, everybody. Come on. So we have a choice, and that's where goodness or badness sits, is it not? If I choose to do something that's not necessary, first of all, I'm utilising energy and time in a detrimental way, and there will be a detrimental effect on a being that I am targeting. If I choose to do things that are necessary, that means I am utilising time and energy for something I deem worthy. Now, in that thing that I deem worthy might be to help beings. Well, this is what I've done, isn't it? So I've helped beings, I don't know, I think 20 plus dogs that I've worked with came with a verbal report from owners or people around them that potentially the dog needs to be put down if it's not dealt with. So for me, I think, no, that's unnecessary and detrimental. So I deemed it necessary to stand up for these animals. I don't need to stand up and like tell people, no, you shouldn't put them down. No, I'm going to stand up and go, no, give them a chance, come on. Let me do it. And I did it. So that's really good. Okay. God didn't make that happen. I made that happen. I made that choice. Equally, if I want to make a choice of giving up on something, not giving it a chance, or I don't know, utilising for my own gain, I am using time and energy in an unnecessary fashion, which will be detrimental. It kind of seems really straightforward. Good and bad is about necessary or unnecessary, and is it detrimental or helpful? And each one of us, people, you can't include the animals in this is a people issue. God only lives in the minds of people. The devil only lives in the minds of people. And those people with the devil in their mind that go round, and actually I've heard this said, when they say, oh, but everyone does that. Oh, well, this is business. Oh, reasons. The reasons are not excuses. No, they are not. Sometimes the people that are making the necessary good choices and are helping this world, we do have a point of being here. We have a point of being here. So when we're here, we are meant to do something. You make your choice. Do you hurt and hinder? Or do you help and nurture? Simple choice. And to those people who I have met and I have come at loggerheads with, unfortunately, it's 4 of the closest members of my family. So, this really does sit well in my personal realm of experience. This is lifelong personal experience. Despite all of the wrongdoing and all of the wrong decisions, in my opinion, I choose to make good decisions. I don't want to waste resources. I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste energy. Jasmine, it's this way. This way. Good girl. I don't want to go where the dogs, where we've come out of is where they're used to going back to where I park. But on this occasion, I've parked elsewhere. I don't want to walk through the mud. It sticks to my boots. First world issues. So there's a thought, to ponder through the day. Ask yourself about the people around you or yourself, your intentions, your motives for each one action that you undertake. Everything that you feel will spark a thought. And then that thinking is where you have the choice. It's the thinking, it's the frontal lobes. It's part of the ego. This is the strong value of self, is that ego. Not the base ego, the fight-flight ego, the survival ego. As a human, we have an ego for a purpose. We are meant to establish ourselves as a being, a worthy being. We came here because there's a space here for us. Is there not? There's space for everything. Everything has its place. Everything has its place. It's not all in its place, but we all have the same rights on this earth to be here. So in that respect, we all have our place. And what do we do with that place? So it's not a question of, is God good? Or does he allow everything to happen? Is he evil or whatever? For me, it's like everything's duality. 2 sides, isn't there? There's a head and a tails. There's a good and a bad. Don't look outside and expect something out there that you're imagining to make everything right for you, when you've got a capacity within you to make a choice that engenders goodness or badness. Pretty straightforward. It's not rocket science. In fact, it's not science. It's not even religion. All it is common sense and compassion. And if a dog can have compassion, which they do, you're all compassionate, aren't you? Care about each other. They certainly care about kids. If they can have compassion, we can have the same amount of compassion. So if we're lacking in that amount of compassion, then, do you deserve the title of human, apex predator of the planet? Oh, actually, yeah, they are the apex predator of the planet. I mean, like human as in the cleverest being on this earth. Yeah, we ain't being that clever a lot of the time. Some of us are, some of us aren't. So, yeah, have that conversation with people today. And just sort of spark the internal dialogue because I've been having internal dialogue for about 16 hours, like non-stop, and I'm enjoying it very much, which is why I've shared it. And we've enjoyed this sunny, beautiful downland walk on the first day of February. We feel spring humming, where we're feeling that internal energy, that connection now. The birds are singing, the green is getting bright, and everyone is feeling harmonious. Me particularly, because I do value the sunshine, because I don't have fur, I have skin. So I'd like to get my daily dose of vitamin D from that beautiful thing up there to keep me going. That's what I'm designed for, absorb vitamin D by being out and about. Honestly, the bodies we were given, incredibly clever, very well designed. And if God did design us, I think, genius. I'd patent that, definitely. Very happy about it, thank you very much. And if not, if no one designed us, then our evolution has done us great service. Our thumbs and our legs, our capacity to walk great distances over long periods of time, or even run over long periods of time, not me included, I'm not a runner. So, I think our job, our purpose, our occupation is to be grateful for the things that we have. Make good choices with the choices that we do have. And maybe spur some people into wondering if it's the fault of the outside or the fault of the inside. Collectively, we can all point fingers at people for certain things that they've done, and there's been many people, let's just be straightforward about it, very unkind political leaders of the past. You cannot debate the cruelty and all of that, but those people, they had thousands of conversations, millions of conversations and interactions with other people before judging and executing the masses. So, at some point, that Adolf bloke, he's had discussions with people and no one said, listen mate, you want to question yourself, you want to question your motives, because you're leading to a path of destruction here, and that's not agreeable. If everyone he came across had said that to him, how far would he have got? My goodness, if he wanted some popularity, he'd have had to come up with something else. Puppet show. It's exactly what they put on. Politics and dramas aside, the goodness is within you. It is within you. I promise you, in the face of badness coming to you, you can have integrity and self-respect by maintaining good decisions. If anything happens detrimentally in a big way to anyone, let it be a natural event. Let it be a bad luck, circumstantial, non-blamable scenario. Do not allow it to be because you made a bad choice. There's a reason why we want to get through life without regrets. So even if lots of people are maintaining an attitude with a little bit of evil in there, it doesn't mean that makes it okay. It means that there's a lot of people with a little bit of evil. That's actually making quite a big problem already. Don't add to that. Stand up and point your finger. Even if you have to say, you remind me a bit of Adolf with that attitude. I promise you stand up for goodness, yeah, you're going to get shot down. You're going to get, not literally, bloody hope, but yeah, you're going to be, head above the parapet. However you want to put it, you stand up for something that's good, that's under attack, and you are going to be in the firing line, the verbal firing line, the hate firing line, whatever. But my goodness, the reason you're not sleeping at night is because of someone else's misdemeanors and evil. Okay, imagine if you can't sleep at night because of your own errors of judgment. Have you allowed something to happen? So bugger it. What's it really matter whether it's God or universe, source, whatever? What does it matter? We're here and now in the moment, and each moment we have a choice. Any of dogs that I've worked with, I chose to support them. I made that choice, and I didn't get huge financial rewards, but I did get and do get huge self-worth. Okay, so that means millions to me. That gives me the energy and the courage to continue what I do every day, irrespective of the dramas that are hurled in my direction. So, big and brave and human, tough. I can take these things, and I enjoy taking them and peppering that with the fairy dust of whatever. I am still going to maintain my execution of good choices in the name of necessary support and nurture of the things around me, because we're all worth that. So I've actually talked all the way to the end of my walk. Probably went on a bit there. Apologies if you're bored, but you can always click off, can't you? So take care, guys. Ask yourself and those around you that same question, and don't deliberate for 16 hours. You end up with no sleep. Or do. It's up to you. It's your life. Free will, free choice. All right, take care. Bye.